I don't buy the idea of GMO because they are killing our seed industry, local seed industry. Most of our local seeds, for that matter, germ plasma, are still what they must be. But the GMOs are liable for any attack by diseases, pests, and fungus and bacteria, viruses. The local varieties are hardened because they are already adapted to the environment. The support is lacking.
If financial
banks are there, they are just in name. They don't have the money to support these farmer groups.
Is it that the banks are not supporting farmer groups?
They are not.
Or they don't have the money?
Because the farmers don't have any collateral.
But you have lands.
Lip service is paid to agriculture in Ghana. No, excuse me, I stand for correction, but that's what happens. Wanted to hear big talks about agriculture, you go to the ground, nothing is. Like education, we have 3 groups, pressure groups.
Yeah.
Like health, we have about 4 pressure groups. So they mount pressure on government. Have you ever heard of agriculture risk going on strike in Ghana before? Who will even hear you? I work in agriculture 30 years, there's nothing to write home about. Even my money now is locked up with GN Bank, and nobody has given me an year to get my small money.
Good morning and welcome to the Africa Discourse channel. As you know, we bring you the voices that are amplifying Africa's strides and shaping the future of this continent. And we go straight down to communities and bring you the bold movers that are inspiring the change we see today. One of those changes are happening in the agricultural ecosystem. And joining me is Mr. John
Kofi Kumah.
Mr. John Kofi Kumah, who is an agriculturist and
Pando.
From Pando.
Yeah.
Interesting. Pando is a water region in Ghana.
Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. John, tell us about you.
Yeah, I am a retired agroforester.
Yeah.
I work with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture for 38 years.
Oh, wow.
And I retired in 2018. Wanted to be on my own, on my small land of 15 acres until now.
You call 15 acres a small land?
No, it's okay. It's a starter. I want to add more if I get...
How much more do you want to add?
Maybe 20 more.
What would you do?
That's my problem. I don't have the funding. I don't have the support as an individual.
To get more acres of land? To farm?
Because with the 15 acres, 8 acres is under reservation of woodlog.
Okay, woodlog.
Of an economic species.
Oh, I see.
Which we call patro in our language.
What does he do?
The substance is used for artifacts. And actually, it's a substance that the wood component is used for gun. Those long guns.
Yeah.
You know, the handle.
Yes.
It's made of that patro. So it's an economic species.
Oh.
Which I have reserved there for almost 25 years now.
Wow.
And people also buy that, you know, they cut it according to specification. Then the remnants are used for artifacts.
Yeah.
Like walking stick, carving any sort of miniature antelope, artifact for chiefs, queen mothers, and all that. Even to mean into a smaller stool.
All of this are relegated to the is it the voter community, or you supply across?
No, most of the lands are no longer having those wood.
That particular wood component.
And they have destroyed all of them. When I saw the potential and I reserved it and added more.
Wow.
I have a small pond area which I've dug this year, which is containing water throughout. And I reserved the place under the forest.
So you are saying you have a 15 acre of land?
Yep.
8 of that is dedicated towards growing this this tree.
It is even there, not growing.
It's already there.
It's already established.
Already fully.
Yes.
People are purchasing from you.
Besides it is about an acre of cocoa planted with plantain.
Okay.
I've just started. And aside that is about an acre of orange, citrus, red blood, mixed with what you call Washington Naval.
Yeah. Okay, so on you have mentioned 4 items you grow on this. Is that all you grow on the 15 acre?
I have this forest sweetener which I brought.
Okay.
Forest sweetener.
What is the forest sweetener?
Forest sweetener is a substance like it's a natural sugar, right? It bears fruits with violet color.
Yeah.
And when you take it, the sweetness remains on your tongue. So that whatever you take after that actually becomes very sweet.
Oh, I see.
So you need not use any artificial sugar.
Isn't that like more like magic?
No, it's not the magic.
So
it's real.
Whatever you take after you take the forest sweetener,
Immediately
stays sweet on your tongue.
Yes.
No, even if it's bitter.
That bitterness turned out to be sugary.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. We are discussing about the future of sustainable agriculture in Africa. Right. And I'm talking to a farmer who have done this for 38 years. It's been in the agricultural ecosystem for the past 38 years. You work for the... What was your role at the Ministry of Agriculture?
Okay, I was an MIS officer, more or less a deputy director, and then an SMS. Yeah, an SMS.
You have a background in technology too.
Yes, and you know, I trained as an ICT.
Interesting.
And then I was an MIS.
Yeah.
Which I used to train farmers, colleague agriculturists, and a lot more.
Okay.
And facade, and Nerica, that's a rice project.
Yeah.
And facade, that is they are the economical farmer group development component. They are NGOs. They came in and they actually saw my potential and moved me in.
So then, go ahead.
There were other projects like this Nerica, which championed the cause of rice production
in Ghana.
In Ghana.
So where are these projects now? Are they still running?
They are almost gone.
Why?
They died down and nobody revives them again. That's the problem with Ghana agriculture. Ghana agriculture, the projects come and go, and that's the end of it. Nobody even thinks of mentioning them.
Is it because the local farmers cannot sustain them?
Yeah, mostly because they have to sustain them on financial support or other support by way of input support. But the support is not coming.
Okay.
Lip service is paid to agriculture in Ghana. No, excuse me, I stand for correction, but that's what happens. Wanted to hear big talks about agriculture, you go to the ground, nothing is...
But the current government have some initiatives around agriculture, and I think last 3 months, my colleague interviewed the advisors, the presidential initiative in agriculture, and they spoke about the DOBD initiative. And people about
I want to pray that it comes to fruition. We want to pray, God Almighty, that the government has a good aspiration, but those who allow for the implementation, to allow for the release of funding, because we can't do agriculture in the air. We can only do agriculture by support financially, mobility. And that mobility must be maintenance of mobility, maintenance of movement to the farmers. The farmers, if you give them the technology, is new. So they have to be helped to adopt it, to continue it. You don't help these farmers, how do they continue the technology?
Okay, I think, let me just ask you.
The interest rates are so high in the banks.
Yeah.
And the farmer has no relief from anywhere.
Interesting. Do you think technology is helping farmers?
It's helping.
It's a problem to farmers.
It's not a problem to farmers. It's helping, but the support even to the farmer groups, to the farmers individuals, it's not there. Because without support, the farmer cannot grow 10 acres.
Is it that the farmers are not able to access the support, or they don't even exist?
The support, we want to hear them in the air, and we don't get it. We want to hear them over the big talks at the platforms, at the workshop, debates, like this, with big talks, and it ends there. Just after this, most of the talks ends here. They say.
So, in your, what would be a recommended solution to?
A recommended solution is that, the concept of decentralization is even killing agriculture the more. Because the funding is through the decentralized system. Can you believe it? The money gets to assemblies and they don't get to the directors for agricultural work.
Are you kidding me?
I'm in business.
The money that goes into agriculture.
And the funding that is to be sent to agriculture, they don't get fully, if it's about 100,000, for instance, it's only about 50,000 that get to agriculture for work. Meanwhile, you budget for this. You plan for it and budget for it. And it doesn't get to the directors of agriculture. Look, can you believe it? Motorbikes giving technical officers now cannot be maintained. Because the support doesn't come. It's a support that is funding from government, central government for agriculture is fully given out to the directors for maintenance. And aside that, even the assemblies support further by way of the TNTs. But they don't.
Is it because so as the government in the previous years tried to deal with the farmers directly?
No, the point is the personnel at the assembly level, municipal, district, municipal.
So they siphon the funds.
Don't understand the need to harness resources to develop agriculture. We only to hear of education, we only hear of health, which is on the ground. Because there are big time technocrats there who will not allow. Their groups are so, like education, we have 3 groups, pressure groups.
Yeah.
Like health, we have about 4 pressure groups. So they mount pressure on government. Have you ever heard of agriculturists going on strike in Ghana before? Who will even hear you?
But if agriculturists go on strike in Ghana, then Ghana cannot feed.
Farmers Day, you don't have anything to do than to come out with farmers that are due for award. And whoever facilitates that is not regarded. I work in agriculture 30 years, there's nothing to write home about. Even my money now is locked up with GN Bank, and nobody has given me an year to get my small money, 15,000. It's locked up there since 2018. You can't believe what I'm telling you.
Okay, let's get back to the conversation. Let's just get back. So how can we then empower agricultural transformation in West Africa?
You see, the value chain is weak. The value chain in any production, be it rice, be it maize, be it cassava, be it yam, be it cowpea, whatever. It's weak because if the agriculture rice is motto there for several times to aggregate farmers into groups. To be frank, these groups ought to be managed to be continuously growing.
Sustainability.
Right. And the value, and before you realize there's a cut somewhere. Where does the cut come from? The technical man is not supported to continue. Let alone if he groups the people are not brought into the limelight to be very supportive by government policy to support the groups to be viable for continuity of their work.
So could this also be as a result of, government transitioning from time to time?
That is it. Number one. Number two, as if Ghana does not understand the concept of agricultural development. Because when it comes to agriculture, nobody fights for the farmer.
But okay.
When the TO or the technical men are saying it as if they are saying it for their own selfish gains.
But the farmers have cooperatives.
Pardon?
The farmers don't have cooperatives. So what happens to the cooperative union of farmers? Are they not able to access funds to the government?
Government has not put funding there in the banks for cooperatives to be viable.
But there are other entities and social enterprises that have access to funding.
Yeah, it all boils down to the way government views financial institutions in Ghana. Government has weakened almost all financial institutions. The previous government weakened 22 financial institutions. How can it be? They are the viable ones. Which were supporting agriculture, rice, maize, cassava, cowpea, plantain production, even cocoa production. But they are weakening all those banks. And the banks are now, look, their staff are all languishing in the homes.
But regardless of the entire issues the banking sector has faced, right, we still see some important improvements within the agro chain.
Sure.
For instance, Ghana still maintains its position as the second largest exporter of cocoa. So
you know what happens?
What happens?
Ghana would have still been the first. Majority of Ghana's cocoa is smuggled out to Cote d'Ivoire and Togo.
Why?
Because of the weak borders. You give me 2 cities or you
border is
5 cities, I'll allow you to go with all the bags of cocoa.
But aren't this cocoa supposed to be traded with other African nations?
I don't know to be.
I don't know, but to be traded, the cocoa.
Yes, but the point is, Ghana would have established big factories to process these cocoa products than to be exporting raw beans.
Maybe Ghana's business is exporting raw beans.
No. If you produce something, you must learn to process it. If you cannot process, then you better not produce. Because processed products cost more than the economical value of a processed product is more than the raw. Excuse me. Even if you produce rice now, you cannot sell paddy rice. If you produce gari now, cassava in Nigeria, you know the way Nigerians value gari? They make it into pinot. They value it. If a Nigerian doesn't eat gari for a week, he becomes sick because it's a delicacy, right? But Ghana, we don't have a delicacy.
But cassava also is a big delicacy in Ghana.
Pardon?
Banku, the Pando, and
What am I saying? I'm saying that because Ghana, farming is left in the hands of, the poorest of the poor. They don't support the poorest of the poor to get to the height of a commercial farmer.
So what do you think can be done to
That's the support I'm talking about. The support is lacking.
If financial
banks are there, they are just in name. They don't have the money to support these farmer groups.
Is it that the banks are not supporting farmer groups?
They are not.
Or they don't have the money?
Because the farmers don't have any collateral.
But you have lands.
Well, are banks ready to work on the lands? Or to take the lands to mortgage? No. They are in for cash or material things. Farmers, even though 3-4 farmers are still in their family house, how can they mortgage that house, or how can they set up that house as a collateral for a loan from the bank? Is it for you alone? It's a family property. Are you with me?
If you just joined us, we are talking about driving sustainable agriculture, value chain in West Africa, on Africa in general. And as you know, rightfully, Mr. John is speaking to us about some of the challenges that peasant farmers face in the country, and the lack of support is actually destroying the fabric of farming. So let's say that the government prioritizes agriculture.
Sure.
And there is enough funds available for agriculturists.
Yes.
Or the farmers.
Yes.
Are we going to see improvements?
Yes, if that is followed by strict monitoring and evaluation.
Okay. So
to make sure
it
that
must be
if 10,000 is given for a group to use, it is used accordingly and not diverted into anybody's venture as an individual, or even not released from the office or for which the money has been involved. That can go.
So is it possible for the government to create a solution where the farmers can directly access, maybe let's say like mobile money loans?
Sure.
And then individually by themselves.
Yeah.
And then when they produce,
yep,
they can maybe use some of their produce to offset the loans.
Like a credit. Yeah.
As a credit. Would that be something?
That would be very, very ideal. But then that should also have a mechanism to monitor. Because Ghana, the farmers are fed up. They are tired of support lacking. The system is lacking any form of support. So, their debt holes are so deep that if you don't give enough money, the little money you give goes down the drain. They use it to pay their school fees. They use it to, some to marry. They use it, some to build. Because they have to put their hair somewhere. They are fed up of staying in the cluster of family homes.
I see. Okay, now addressing the problem of subsistence farming in West Africa, in general, right? What are some of the key things that you think that can be done to address it and create sustainable transformation in agriculture?
Yeah, number one, we have to see agriculture as a business. We are seeing agriculture as still subsistence level agriculture in Ghana per se.
Yeah.
And maybe most part of West Africa.
Yeah.
It must be seen in West Africa as a real business. And business is business. Right. Number two, it must be seen as an economic business, not just a way of life. Number three, it must be seen that agriculture is not just a homegrown agriculture. A produce that must be produced must be exportable.
So the government must come in here, or
good policies.
Even the individuals can.
Yes, government must make sure that farmers aggregate themselves well into farmer groups, which are real formidable, which are real, which are formidable, which can be counted on. Then these groups can now learn from one another and go places. Individuals should be set to go and learn from elsewhere, come to develop the group.
Yeah.
So that just one individual being developed elsewhere by way of visits, tours, trainings, he can come back,
exchange the
program at home. Then that will change the status quo of workers. Number four, agricultural workers are no more there. You go to the district municipalities, only 2-3 people are taking.
They're looking for white collar jobs.
Pardon?
They're looking for white collar.
No one takes them again on board. I left the system since 2018. Nobody has replaced me.
Wow.
That's it. There are a lot of dropouts from agricultural colleges at the universities here and there. So agriculture is being killed gradually by way of policy. By way of the way the Ghana the system is moving now, where the youngsters, the little talk is child labor. Use your child now to bring firewood from the farm for her own or his own heating of water early morning. They say child labor. The farmer produces tomatoes, and he takes the child to go and sell the produce after school, maybe 3, 4, 6, between 3 and 6. It's a child labor. But if the little boy does not help the farmer to sell the okra, to sell the tomatoes, to sell the garden egg, how that farmer is tired from farm? He's tired from farm. How can that be a little support to that little boy tomorrow morning for food money or pocket money for him to go and buy or gari or beans at school? You see, little talk, they say child labor. So now you go to the schools, even they want somebody to read their parks for them. The school park. There's no labor from.
Do you think that this is destroying the fabric of discipline?
Yes, number one. Number two, the whole agriculture system has been integrated. There's no outline agriculture course. I am an examiner. Look, we were marking agriculture as a separate entity, even at the JSL level, down to integrated science.
Yeah.
It's all agriculture galore. You come to the SS level, once it is not whipped in the pupils at the JSS level, it has died down at the second, at the higher school level.
Yeah.
Hence the university, there were years, about 10, 11, 12 years back, nobody was offering agriculture at the tertiary level. But
they say agriculture is lucrative.
No, the lucrativeness is only seen by individuals who are financial and who understand agriculture.
Mm.
And they form minute. If 100% is Ghana's population, only 3%. Only 3 or 4% or 5%, 3 to 5%. And how can 3 to 5% feed the nation? We are not so industrialized to move agriculture industrially. So if we don't whip the interest in our young ones at the school, in the homes, most houses you go now, they are only within the whole place as lawns. Come to my house in Pando. There's no place for sweeping. Or most of the garden egg is from my house at Pando. Yeah. The okra is from my house. The cowpea is from my house. I have yam in my house. I have plantain in my house. I have cassava in my house. You can't believe what I'm telling you.
Interesting.
Why do you keep places to sweep?
So that's actually joining hands with the government agenda of feeding the nation. Everybody can have a.
Which we had some concept operating feed yourself.
Yes. That was like about 2030.
Yes, and this is a champion regime.
Yeah.
Now we don't see those things again. Our children's hands, their palms are soft as cotton. But as their parents, their palms are as hard as iron.
I mean, isn't it the parents' responsibility to make sure that the kids do not suffer?
No, the parents are not to use the children again on farm. So Saturdays the parents go to farm, the kids are in the house playing football. Playing Ludo.
But football is not a lucrative business. People make money from playing football.
But then we have to eat before we play football. We don't eat and have the stamina. How do you play football? How do you play football? How do you run around and say that you are an athlete? If you don't eat good food.
Interesting. I think with this conversation we need to expand from here. And thank you, Mr. John, for speaking to us.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, I think we need to talk more about the conditioning of parenting.
That's it.
Right, in terms of grooming the next generation of adults who might eventually end up becoming agriculturists to ensure that the nation and the African continent as a whole is able to produce enough to feed itself.
And mostly, I would have added one again, the potential of agricultural students coming out of the universities is dwindling because most of them are carrying fires going around now.
So they won't get a job to do.
There's no job. Even private ones they can't get. And you don't even support such people.
Is it because these students are not looking at going back to the farm? They're already looking at...
They are ready, but it's support. You can't just go... You have trained them to become high technocrats. They need They need the equipment to work with. Ordinary spray machine, they come back. If I come out of university fresh and I currently pay my transportation to my home, how can I get money, about 500 to buy a knapsack? Not even motorized knapsack. Sorry, not motorized sprayer. Knapsack sprayer. Manual one. So how can I go into agriculture? Cutlass now is about 70 cities. How can I go? You go shop it, they say 20 cities or 30 cities, 100 cities. Huh?
That's interesting.
Very. So it's a matter of support from policy.
So policy has to do more, the government has to do more.
And we have to realize some of the rules that we don't have to use our children in agriculture. Some children have to help, breaking the pods of cocoa, carrying the beans to a certain location where it will be cured. Cover, if it is cured about 5 days, scooping it there to dry on the mat. They say, oh, this is child labor.
Well, so, and then the farmer cannot employ labor for that.
Where do you get the money? Cocoa farmer has finished all his money on paying school fees, on renting for the student at the university, and paying big money for the rent alone. Let alone feeding, books, lecture notes, blah, blah, blah. Where does he get money to start another cocoa season?
All right. Thank you for sharing those insights. I think these are core issues that we need addressing too,
yes,
both from a parent level, the government level, and all other stakeholder level. But I just want to tap into your knowledge a bit, right? You say you have a home garden. How can one set up a home garden at home?
Yeah, home gardens are easy to set up. We have a lot of excreta. Bring from the home. From the home, you have these KVIPs. Why don't you use the excreta there? People are shy to use excreta from even poultry droppings.
But it's gonna make the home smell.
No. My home is not smelling. First of all, you have to take pains. Immediately you bring it, you incorporate it in the soil. You incorporate in the soil directly, just there and then. Then, you can use neem esters, local neem esters to spray. Then the scent goes away naturally. Okay. Meanwhile, the potency is there.
I'm gonna speak quickly on this, and based on your experience, maybe share with us, right? Do you think that the future of agriculture are GMOs, genetically modified, is it seed or produce, right, as compared to organic farming? Which is the preference? I don't buy the idea of GMO because they are killing our seed industry, local seed industry. Most of our local seeds, for that matter, germplasma, are still what they must be. But the GMOs are liable for any attack by diseases, pests, and fungus and bacterial viruses. The local varieties are hardened because they are already adapted to the environment. Right? You bring in this GMO, they are new, and they cannot tolerate the environment. They are prone to diseases of all nature. Is it because these GMOs were not tested in Africa? GMOs by their make are just, formulations which are not in conformity with our localities. Yeah. Right? So it tends to sort of respond negatively to first the environment and even vis-a-vis our local planting materials. I see. So your take is that we should go back to the plasma, or do you call it again? That's it. We should go back and raise our own seedlings, raise our own seeds of cowpea, of maize, which we are shying away from. We were having Tosmino, we're having La Posta, we're having cowpea, or Batampa, blah, 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 the red cowpea, the white cowpea, the brown eye. We're having all those produced by the crop research institutes. And soil research institutes there to test our soils. But all their findings are still under the carpet, in the files, gathering dust. What are we doing about it? Because these boards don't have funding. They don't have any support. There's a lot of talk about building sustainable ecosystem and sustainable agriculture, or empowering the transformation of agriculture for Africa. But thank you very much, Mr. John. It's a pleasure. I think that the people who are watching this or listening to this via any of our channels must have a lot to learn and have a lot of questions to ask. So definitely, I'm sure we'll be in touch. We have more questions from our community. You have my number. Definitely. So we'll reach out. You can provide some experts information about what's happening on the ground with the local farmers and how they are contributing towards the change we want to see. Before I go, look at this
pollution of water now. No irrigation can be.
I'm saying?
Don't mention too much about it.
Which one are you speaking
We are just destroying the crops we water this waters with, and we destroy ourselves gradually. The fishes we eat now are full of. Excuse me, bye bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, please.
Thank you.